We know from literature, especially therapists from Western cultures and the British culture in particular, there's a big onus in the upbringing and development as a child in Britain. And that could be whether you were born here or have moved here at some point in your life. There's a big onus within our culture on being polite and not offending other people. And so that means that any situation where that feels like it could be a possibility can trigger quite a large fear response in us. So if you're scared that boundarying someone may make them think you're rude or disrespectful, that can lead you to not do it. We're going to talk more about that now. So as I said there, a lack of confidence can be a major enemy in boundarying your patients. So if you just don't feel confident yourself in setting those boundaries, it's going to be really hard for you to get that across to the patient. The main thing you can do about this is, on your own personally, reflect on where that lack of confidence comes from. Is it based on past experience you've had? Is it in your current role or previous mental health roles? Or maybe you're just not a very confident person generally, which there's a complete spectrum that people are on in terms of their confidence. Try and dig into why that's happening though. And the reason I say that is because in a lot of situations, what is underpinning a lack of confidence is a worry. And more often than not, it's a hypothetical worry. So it'll be something like, what if when I try and boundary them, they think I'm being rude? What if this damages the therapeutic relationship? What if I upset the patient? What if this damages our relationship together? That kind of thing can impact your confidence. And so one of the things you can do to start off with is identify that underpinning worry and try and think about whether it is an over-exaggeration of the threat, which hypothetical worries tend to be. In the vast majority of cases, if done sensitively, your patient isn't going to think you're being rude, disrespectful, annoying to them, anything like that. But if you're worried about that happening, it's worth thinking about, are you overemphasizing the threat? Is it actually a real chance that the patient is going to, like the relationship's going to be completely damaged if you boundary them? One of the ways you can do this, and my PWPs in the room and CBT therapists will be very familiar with this kind of thing, but you can use something like a worry diary. And I mean yourself, so not your patient here, so self-practice, self-reflection. Use a worry diary yourself. If you're struggling with your confidence to do anything in life, not just boundarying, try and write down why that's happening, you think. What is the worry that's underpinning that? Is it a hypothetical worry? What's the likelihood of that worry happening? As we tell our patients, we know that just simply writing your worry down can help you look at it in a more objective framework, a more objective viewpoint. Try to write your worries down can help you to look at them and say, actually, yeah, what is the chance that if I just kind of reflect or boundary this patient and stop them within the time limits, that they are going to get really upset? What am I basing that on? Use those techniques that you use with your patients, worry time, cognitive restructuring, techniques you use within counselling or IPT or whatever other modality you're skilled in. Use those techniques on yourself to try and help with your confidence. And we know just generally through the literature base that therapists who do self-practice, self-reflection, who do what they do to patients on themselves, tend to be better therapists anyway. This is just one element of that. Try and get to the bottom of those confidence issues. Now, as I said, one of the things which can lead to that is this fear of appearing rude. There's a really good paper by Tang, which is in the reference list at the end, which you'll receive a copy of, which talks about how that fear of appearing rude can lead us to act in a way that's counterproductive.